Sunday, hello everybody. Welcome to Waiter to Win. I've got Daryl Marie and I've got Darren Burrows with us to talk about the Sunday meeting. It's out at Hollywood Bets Greyville. Look forward to an 8-race program. We've also got some information for you on our Twitter account at Waiter to Win, and as well as our WhatsApp number. There's the number 0691643272. Be part of it because there are lots of exciting things coming that we're busy working on. So we look forward to having you and welcoming you to our family. Right, the first race is a bipot race, obviously, and it's a maiden class field. It's over 1,400 meters. There, on Friday when we did this, were 8 runners. There wasn't any information about scratchings or anything like that. There is a single first timer in here that unfortunately we don't know too much about at this point in time, but Darren Burrows will be able to help us. Bipot time, Mr. Burrows. All the best on this Sunday. What's happening?
How's it, Clyde? Chelsea Blue, very hard to beat. Brings by far the strongest form into the race. Last time out, they went very fast up front, and she couldn't quite reel in the leader, Catalea Summer. The drop back in trip after a short break, blinkers on, must win, but 5 to 10 in the market, you're not going to get rich.
Okay, so we'll put that into the play. I mean, it's definitely a runner, that Chelsea Blue, no doubts about that. It's been very consistent, Daryl. Again, that particular form line last time, everything's run, nothing is won. And I don't know what that means. I know what it meant for us with the raffles. Frankie Zaki never stopped watching up after us, never stopped sending messages.
When you talk about a form line, you only
direct form. I need direct form lines. So out of Catalea Summer, not a winner from that form line. I know later on they win and they do indirect.
And you know Catalea Summer.
You see the form grids guys and those guys from the old school, the late Derek Flynn, all that. If there was no direct winner, they can't win.
Okay.
That's what they used to. That's how they used to lay them or do whatever they used to do. You understand? But I guess you also got to weigh up the opposition.
Do you know what Catalea has gone on?
I understand. Catalea has become a top racehorse.
No, she hasn't.
Oh, she hasn't. What do you mean she hasn't?
Anyway, she's run two places.
She's done too badly.
She's run 2 places and she's won another race since then. So, Clyde, I think...
Yeah, I mean, what was wrong with her Lady Macbeth victory? She done well when she won that last start.
Clyde, I think the deciding factor over here from getting Chelsea Blue out of the second box into the winner's enclosure is going to be the fitment of the blinkers, coupled with the fact that it's a very, very poor field.
So it's a poor field. That's the point.
There is a comment from the Hollywood Bet Syndicate, Clyde. She's had 2 gallops and her work is decent.
Okay.
I'm bankering that in the bipots and I'm very happy.
We're happy with the bipots, eh? At least bipots first or second, right?
Yeah. Clyde, I think she'll win.
She'll win. Okay. And Mr. Burrows thinks the same. I just don't want to be bombarded from Frankie with all these messages. But okay, let's take a look at what the bipot is here. He's going banker 7 by banker 2. This is Darren Burrows by 148, by 458, by 35789, by 3 and 5. That's a bipot for Mr. Burrows. It's a 90 Rand bipot, so you guys can do what you need to do with that. And Daryl's got one much the same as in banker 7, banker 2, and then their horses all the way to the last leg. And get on early. It's an 8-race program, and be sure to start before race 1. Let's get on to the next race on the card right now and take a look at what the story is with regards to our second event. And this event, if I can just identify it, if you haven't got a race card in front of you, it's a maiden class field. It's over 1,200 meters. There is another banker here from what we saw in the bipots anyway. And let's talk to Darren Burrows and go back there. Super Fast being 14 to 10 favourite, top of the boards, and does appear to be quite much in control from a market perspective. And I see you have bankered that in the bipot, right?
Yes, correct, Clyde. This was last time out. When he went to the start, he looked $1 million. And as the gates opened, he threw his head up and he started to over race. And how he still ran 2 3/4 lengths off the winner showed he's got some sort of ability. But the drop in trip is the key factor here. The drop in trip, they're going to go faster from a 2 draw. He can settle, and I think he's overdue his maiden victory. To chase him home, Radicchio, a fair last effort behind Lazy Guy, not a strong race. But he's open to further improvement. But Super Fast, a very strong selection.
Okay, so a big on Super Fast from Darren's side. Daryl, I think you also bank at this, right?
Very big on Super Fast. Clyde, I think this race is tailor-made for him. His only danger has to be number one, Radicio. I mean, he made good improvement in his first run after a rest. But I think Superfast, he's got track and trip experience, Clyde. 3 runs back when he ran third to Music in This Life in his second start. He only got a split very late in that race, and he was doing his best work at the business end. I love the fact that he's coming back in trip. He will settle in running, and I think he'll get the job right, done right this time for the punters.
Okay.
Clyde, number 5, Jet Legacy, the sire, Divine Jet. I can't recall much about him. I was told he was trained by Dean Kannemeyer.
Okay.
Didn't win anything of note, a couple of handicaps, but yeah,
You never know.
interesting to see how he goes, number 5. But let's have a punt on Superfast.
Well, that's interesting because it's Alison Wright and Keegan DeMello, and they often team up and have a bit of a strike, so be careful there. Superfast, well, Sean Veal's back on, so that may well be an advantage because he's been riding particularly well and his confidence is up. We've got PAs, guys. Let's take these numbers down. Here's Darren, Mr. Burrows' PA, where he's bankering Superfast by 1 and 4, by banker 6, by 3, 5, 7, 9, by banker 3. So there are a few bankers in that PA. For the cost that's being displayed. And Daryl, let's see how many bankers he's got. He's going banker 2, and then he's got a horses thereafter as it continues to go. And it appears that he's not trusting anything else in terms of a single banker, so he's loaded up. And that's the place accumulated perm from Daryl Marine. Third race, welcome guys. Let's get on to pick sixes now. It's that time of the day. And it's a maiden plate. It's fillies and mares, 1,200 metres. Market's got the favourite here, Stealth Attack, top of the boards. Alison Wright and Keegan DeMello, the team up here. They're 12 to 10. And they're betting 4 to 1 bar that, Darren.
Clyde, Stealth Attack, she's had her chances. Her last 4 starts, she's been a beaten favourite, and she's come under pressure early. She's going to get it right one of these days. A Sea of Tears interests me because this filly is a sprinter, and she tried the 14 in her last 2 starts. Not disgraced, but I think we're going to see a big return to form, possibly the horse to beat. Daddy's Jet, I'm expecting improvement from, because she made such a good debut and she went off form after that.
Yeah, she was the Princess Joe run. There's a winner from there, Sky Cafe.
You happy now with that formula?
I'm happy with that formula, yeah. Give it a bit of a chance now.
Yeah, Clyde, Stealth Attack, have a look at herself and County Kildare. Nothing separating the two of them on the Whispering Green form line. Then there's nothing separating County Kildare and Sea of Tears on the Rock and Roll Girl form line. I don't know what to make of this because Stealth Attack has been very costly to follow. She does get fitted with blinkers, Clyde. It could be the winning move.
That could be.
But I'm not willing to take her current price. So I've just gone all of 1, 2, and 4.
So she'll drift, race time, you think? I mean,
No, I don't know. People only back Keegan DeMello and
yeah. Well, they'd be right. He's riding so well at the moment. So, okay. So, Stealth Attack, but there is reservation. The guys are cautious. Not saying it can't win, but they're saying, we've had a go with this horse quite a few times now. It's become unreliable, but maybe the blinkers make the difference. Here is the pick 6 from Mr. Burrows, as he normally does for us. 148 by 1456, by 345, 789, by 3 and 5, by 3, 4, 7, 10, 11, by 5, 8, 9, 10 and 12. Okay, we're into handicaps now. This is at the 80 level, and we'll run them over 1,200 metres. The field of 8 runners, when we're recording this on the Friday. From a market perspective, being the first leg of the jackpot, 15 to 10 top of the boards about Beechamwood, where it's another Keegan DeMello favourite here. Darren is on here for Wendy Whitehead, and I suppose got to have a serious winning claim.
Beechamwood Boy looks the right horse in the race. Last time out, the money poured onto him, and he won a good race. Since being gelded, he's done nothing wrong. 2 wins, a second and a close-up third. He could follow up, even though he's gone up 6 points. Dangers. I'm expecting improvement from Lord Wiley because he is capable. Hope is power. Let's see how he goes over the 1,200 again. He's definitely got to say off his current rating. and Captain Rocket expecting a bit of improvement.
Okay, so you're finding it quite a few in here. I mean, you're also looking to go beyond the favourite Beecham Wood boy, Daryl?
In the PA, I think I put 2 horses, Clyde. I like him. Darren touched on the fact since he's been gelded, he's on the upgrade. He's
Right.
certainly done nothing wrong. He does have enough early toe to get into a good position, so a lot is in his favour, and I can see him notching up another victory. Number 4, Lord Wiley. Have a look at his later start over the course and distance, Clyde. He was victorious on that occasion. He likes to be given a chance, and he does have a turn of foot. He will be doing his best work late. I see him running on and troubling the favourite. And then Captain Rocket. The writing was on the wall last time out. Everything went wrong beyond the pens. He's much better than that effort, so he will show improvements.
Okay, so you're also looking for a few, yeah?
Just 4 and 6 in the PA. I'm hoping to double up. I think we
Hoping
will.
to double up. Okay, let's hope that is the case. Here we got a jackpot. So this is coming from Daryl Marie, I beg your pardon, where he's going 1, 4, and 6 by 3, 7, and 9 by 3, 5, and 9, and field at the back. Hollywood Bets Grable, we're on to race number 5 on the card. It's over 1,000 metres. We are on our Twitter account, @Waited2Win, if you are looking for a handle there, @Waited2Win. Darren Burrows has got his own handle, so does Daryl Marie, so do I. You're welcome to join us at any given time when you wish. And WhatsApp, our number over there on screen as well. Let's talk about this middle stakes. Doesn't appear to be easy because it's from a market perspective, they determine, well, in their opinion, that it's competitive. But Michael Roberts and Rachel Venica right now can really do very little wrong. And they're top of the board with the Renaissance Man, who does look like the right horse in the race. There are a couple, obviously. Don Carrari's not out of it. He's trading at 15-4 as the second choice, number 7 on the card. And Valiente for Peter Muscat, who's, as honest as they come in terms of the horses. They run decent races. And that's 4-1 third choice. All right, Darren. So I guess with this being race number 5 on the card, being another jackpot opportunity, what do we do?
Well, Renaissance Man is a very frustrating horse because he takes a hold of the bit and he can throw his head up and over race. He seems to have settled a bit lately and he's improved. From a 9 draw, he's probably going to push forward. He's going to run a big race. There's an interesting runner here called Prince Kresh. Now, all his 5 wins have come on the turf track. And his rating's down to an 83, which is going to make him very competitive. Of the rest, Willow, Me, Don Carrari, and Sabatini. But 3 and 9, probably Prince Kresh, my first choice.
Okay. So Prince Kresh for Darren, Mr. Marie?
Yeah, have a look at Prince Kresh. He's only had one ever start at the at Gravel Turf.
Right.
On the Gravel Turf. Over the same course and distance, and he won on that occasion. So he's unbeaten over this course and distance.
Yeah.
His ratings come down a lot. He's now off an 83, so I respect his chances.
What was that turf run? Do you know? When was it?
No, it was quite a while back.
Was it a while back? Okay.
I mean, he hasn't won in 532 days.
Okay, so it's been a long time. Yeah. I can only go back to early. Okay, cool. Got it?
I like the look of Don Carrari. Just see how Beecham Wood Boy goes earlier. I think even if it doesn't frank that form, Clyde, I give this horse a major chance of year. I love the way he travelled behind runners last time out. And I actually think the 1,000 meters is going to suit him. He's just going to be off the pace and he quickens, and I'm hoping that Keegan can produce him at the right time. But if you like his chances, you have to have healthy respect for Renaissance Man because he holds him. But let's see which Renaissance Man pitches. He does have a history of sometimes misbehaving. See how he is on the day itself. I'm going to say Don Carrari to run in the top 2.
How's Mr. Karim been doing? I mean, all right?
His horses are running consistently well.
Okay, good.
No fireworks.
Yeah, but at least they're in form.
They're there.
Yeah, they're there.
As Gavin Smith would say, they're knocking.
They're knocking. Okay. Race 5, here we go. We've got a jackpot 2 worked out for you. Here we go. We'll put that up for you guys. And this is the plan from Daryl Marie, where he says he'd like to go 3, 7, and 9 here, by 3, 5, and 9. By the field, that's probably the hardest on the card, by 2, 3, 5, and 8. Well, we were talking about Lorenzo Karim stable earlier, and he's got the favourite here at 19-10 on Friday. Number 3, Approachable Lass, top of the board. Second choice, number 9, Kitty's Boy Girl at 33-10, and the 5, that's what's this horse called? Grandia Ricci's priced up at 7-2. Those are the 3 at this point in time. There may be a few others, but they are betting 8-1 bar 3, Darren Burrows, and this have been run over the mile. Give us your first choice.
My first choice is Approachable Lass. Now, this filly over 12 and 1400 has turned into the straight a long way back and absolutely flies at the finish. The mile probably going to be ideal. Last time out behind Cabin Cappy, taking off. She finished ahead of Kitty Boy's Girl, the 9 in that race. I made the danger Grandy or Richie. Now, she came to the Western Cape to have a couple of starts, and she was running in maiden special weights races where she was giving a lot of weight to other horses, and she wasn't disgraced. So back in her own province, I made Grandy or Richie the danger to Approachable Lass.
Yeah, I see from their Summer Night City one, so at least that form's been franked as well. And what prices? What did we say it was? Grandia Ricci was priced up at 7-2 that Darren Burrows gives a big chance to. Is there a lurker in here?
I think the lurker could be Jollification, Clyde. She lost her race at the start last time out, but I watched her replay. I think she needs another run or two before we'll start seeing the best of her, but I wouldn't be shocked. But I do think the race lies between the 3, 5 and 9.
Just a second. How's that form like?
Yes, I know.
Yes. Talk about Little Lady.
Saturn Moon.
Yes. And
Rowan's Dream.
And yes, carry on.
They're not great shakes, any of them.
I understand that, but you've got 3 direct winners from 6 runners.
Okay.
And the only runner also that hasn't run, what hasn't run here? Let me have a look here. Jollification that you've just picked up on. Right?
Polytrack doesn't concern
No,
you.
well, I don't know. You could tell us. You're the form study. I'm just having a look at. I'm picking up. I'm asking you questions. You're giving me answers, and I can only retaliate based on what you're providing.
Like I said,
me
I
with.
wouldn't be surprised, but I think she needs one more.
Okay, cool.
Approachable Lass, Clyde. I know her turn of foot is eye-catching,
No.
but the form line hasn't really lit up, because just behind her on that occasion, Clyde, was Sea of Tears and Telio. They're average fillies. They've had their chances. They've disappointed in the past. But one has to believe she's going to love the step up in trip. But I'm not discounting Kitty Boy's Girl, because last time out, Clyde, when they met, Kitty Boy's Girl was returning from a layoff. She was over racing with the blinkers. Then last time out on the potty track, it looked like she was going to be a winner, and the leader just kept on finding. So I'm not going to separate the two of them. And number 5, Grandia Orecki, Clyde. This filly's got good early toes. She'll be put in a prominent position. And you know that Western Cape maiden form, it's never easy winning a special weights event, giving weight all round. So health respect for the 5. And I'm actually going to say number 5 is my topic, ahead of the 9 and the 3.
Is that so? Okay, so you're with Darren on that as well. So both are on the source Grandia Ricci. Okay, let's take a look at what Gareth Van Zyl Jr. can do for us here. And he's got the source Grandia, number 5 on the card. And Darren Burrows is going with 3 and 5. But you've heard Daryl has mentioned a couple of others that you may want to consider. We stay with the handicaps now. This is at the 84 level. Let's run over the mile. On Friday, we've been informed that number 5, Ibuta, has been taken out of the race. So it'll leave you with 10 runners. Markets, let me give you an update Friday. And why it's important to maybe take a note on the Friday from a market perspective is that when you're watching it closer to race time, you can get an idea what's shortened, what hasn't. And so number 7, Kimura, 3-1 favourite. 4, Wiccan Warrior is trading second choice at 6-1. And 6-1 about number 8, Bend the Rules. 7-1 about 9, Rodriguez. 7-1, 11, Captain Who. 7-1, about 3, AJ's Captain or thereabouts, and I think 8-1, Arctic Tune. 9-1, Cherokee Trail. They're all quoted. 10-1, Night Warrior, and 14-1, Grimaldi. So it's one of those races where the market's also, quite obviously unsure as to what they like, Mr. Burrows.
Clyde, there's an interesting runner here, Wiccan Warrior. I have a look 4 runs back. He beat a horse like without question, who's come on to run 3rd in the Cape Derby behind See It Again. He beat Kitchakol, a decent sort. Then his penultimate start, he ran 16 lengths behind Charles Dickens. He obviously didn't run his race. And last time out, his comeback run in the Western Cape, 4 lengths Solar Power. A lightly raced horse. He's got a lot of ability. So don't be surprised to see him go close. I've got respect for Arctic Tune. He's a horse I've been following for a long time. I remember a while ago he bled. He's got ability. He's never far off the action. And this is the right type of lineup for him. Kimura's got to go in. He keeps on rising in the merit ratings and keeps on winning. And he gets 2.5 kilos off his back. And then AJ's captain of the rest. So 4, 10, 7, and 3.
Yeah, from Sir Lorenzo Karim stable, it appears that Arctic Tune is your first from that stable. They've got 4 runners in here. Daryl, what do you like?
Clyde, I actually liked him last time out, and I thought he was unlucky in running. He came out a bit sluggish, and then the race didn't pan out for him thereafter. He came into the straights, he was actually travelling quite well, Clyde, and the jockey looked for a run, and he kept on going to the outside. It pushed further to the outside, eventually finished hard against the outside rail. I think if he managed to get a straight line, he would have finished much closer. Have a look, he does extremely well on this track. 3 out of his 4 wins have been at Greyville.
Okay.
2 out of his 4 wins have been over a mile, so he's ideally track and trip suited. I think he's going to be doing his best work late, and I just hope he gets there in time. I think Kimura is a bit short in the betting because have a look at AJ's captain. He's 3 kilograms better off, and he gets the booking of Keegan DeMello. So if I had to look at the current betting, I think AJ's captain represents more value than Kimura, but I'm hoping Arctic Tune can get it right.
Yeah, that number 10 on the card is trading about 8-1 on Friday. Okay, guys, we've got some information for you. This has been the penultimate race of the afternoon, and Arctic Tune from both guys. It's a place strike at the moment. You can get around 17 to 10 a place, about the 10. 8th race on the cards over 2,400 metres where they bet 4-1 the field here. And Papa C, this is probably the toughest, I would imagine, from a market perspective anyway. Duncan Hales and Sean Veal team up. Second choice is number 8, Cyber Time. Louis Huisson and Serena Moodley at 5-1. Also, you got Garth Puller and Mr. Schlengwe, 5-1 at Twice Golden in the market as well. And it's also Eventador. I've always had a bit of a fancy for Eventador, and Keegan DeMello's taken the ride, priced up 8-1. I like Eventador. What do you like, Mr. Burrows?
Open race. I would include the horses proven over this trip. Twice Golden always runs an honest race of late. He's a evergreen 6-year-old. Won a good race last time out. 57 kilos. Cyber Time interests me a lot. I thought a good last effort. He stays well. Papa C will probably go to the head of affairs and only 55 kilos to shoulder. So 5, 8, and 9. Eventador, first run up in trip. That could be the danger, but I haven't included him.
Okay. Yeah, I just always watched him. We've had a few strikes every now and then with this horse. I just don't know about the grass now, the turf, how this horse performs on the turf.
Yes, let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
I just can't recall the syndicate comment, but it was upbeat, Clyde.
Upbeat,
They're
yeah.
expecting him to
Yeah,
run
it's
out.
a lovely looker. Okay.
A good race. Rockfall's going to love being back at Greyville. He's
Yeah.
a bit of a specialist.
How's
over here.
Lafferty? How's Lafferty doing?
Yeah, very well. And
Well
we saw
done, Leff.
John Finlayson have a nice winner on
Yes, I saw.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Clyde, I love the look of Cyberton. Now many people are going to say Papa C's got him stone cold because he actually beats him and he's 1.5 kilos better off. But Clyde, Cybertime came out slow on that occasion. This horse is a one-pace sort. He has to be up on the pace. That wasn't the case last time out. He got swamped on that fence. I thought he did extremely well to run on and finish as close as what he did. If he breaks well and goes handy, I think Cybertime will get it right. So I'm going to say 8 from 5.
What price is that, Daryl? Cybertime, 5-1. Okay. So it's one of those, 8-5, top of the markets. Those are the horses, but does tend to have an open look to it. That's the information from the Weighted to Win team, everybody. Daryl Marie, Darren Burrows, myself, we thank you very much. This is what we recommend that you do now in the last race. And here's the plan: is take Darren Burrows' quartet, where you would like to go with 5, 8, and 9. By all of those horses, and they are 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 for second, third, and fourth. So 5, 8, 9 have to win to catch this quartet.